Hello students, today I am going to start a new chapter, that is reproduction in flowering plants or embryology in angiosperms. Okay, in today's video we will learn about the structure of a complete flower. Why? Because flower is the reproductive organ of a plant, as we all know, right? Now let us see the parts of a complete flower. First part is the thalamus or receptacle. Okay, can you identify it on the picture? This is the receptacle. Okay, this one, it is located at the base of a flower. Okay, in general it is a bit swollen portion, and it is the part to which all the different whorls of a flower are attached to. Now how many floral whorls are there? There are 4 floral whorls. Okay, we can count them from outside to inside or from inside to outside, but in this video I will show the arrangement of floral whorls from inside to outside. So what do you see at the innermost portion of a flower? Which whorl do you identify? This long portion, right, which is a flask shaped structure. What is the name of this structure? It is named as pistil or carpel. Now what are the features of this structure? It is the female reproductive part of a plant. Okay, and how many parts can you identify in this structure? There are 3 different parts. Yes, one at the topmost, a flat or bulb like portion. Okay, this part is known as the stigma. What is the function of stigma? It will receive pollen grains. Okay, now below the stigma we find a long slender portion. Okay, this portion is known as the style. At the bottom of this structure we find a swollen portion. This portion is known as the ovary. Okay, inside the ovary we find ovule, which contain eggs or the female gametes. Okay, so the 3 parts, stigma, style and ovary, comprises one carpel or pistil. Now the group of pistil is known as gynoecium. Okay, now say that gynoecium may consist of one pistil or more than one pistil. Okay, so the collective term for pistil is known as gynoecium. Remember this. Now which wall do you see outside this pistil? You see these structures, right? These are known as stamen. So the second floral wall is known as stamen. What are the characteristics of this structure? It is the male reproductive part. This stamen is the male reproductive part of a plant. How many parts can you identify in this structure? There are 2 parts, right? One is the swollen head-like portion known as anther. This part, okay, it is held by a long thread-like structure known as filament. So we can say that anther and filament together comprises the stamen, and all the stamens in a flower are collectively known as androecium. Okay, remember the term gynoecium and androecium. Now let's move on to the third floral whorl. The third floral whorl is the corolla. Okay, the individual unit of a corolla is known as petal. Okay, so it is, I have marked it this way. How many petals do you see in this flower? There are 3 petals. 1, 2, 3. Okay, in general the petals are brightly colored. They are very attractive, and because of that they helps in pollination. Okay, now let's see the fourth and the last floral whorl, that is the calyx. The individual unit of calyx is known as sepal. Okay, these are generally green in color, present at the outermost part of a flower. What is the function? They help in protection of the flower in bud condition. Okay, now out of these 4 floral whorls, we have seen that gynoecium and androecium, they take part in reproduction directly, so they are known as essential whorls. The remaining 2 whorls, that is calyx and corolla, they do not take part in reproduction, but they help in other functions of the plant. Okay, so they are known as accessory whorls. You have to remember these terms. Okay, let's have a quick revision on this. You have to remember the structure of this flower. Now, the flower which contain all the 4 floral whorls, that means carpel, stamen, corolla, calyx, those are known as complete flowers. Okay, but in some flowers the 4 floral whorls may not be present. Okay, in that case we term the flower as incomplete flowers. So today's discussion was about the structure of a complete flower. I hope you all have understood this, and in the next video, since you see here, since the gynoecium and endoecium, or we can say the stamen and pistil, take part directly in reproduction, and our chapter is about the reproduction of flowering plants, so we will focus on the development, the structure of these two parts only. We will exclude the topics on calyx and corolla. So let's begin with the male reproductive part, that is stamen, on our next video. Okay, so goodbye, and if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel so that you get the notifications quickly as I upload it on the channel. Okay, so thank you.